Hey, Northern Track, Coach Conway here. Just wanted to take a couple minutes and talk to you guys about our intentional talk of personal responsibility. But first, I just want to tell you how much I miss you. I miss being with you as your coach, as your teacher, as your friend. I miss being able to see you compete and succeed, talk to you about all sorts of things that's going on in your life. So I miss that. I miss our relationship in that way. So I hope you're doing well. I hope you're taking care of yourselves and your responsibilities, which we'll talk a little bit about here. I'm going to keep this short as per usual, and then feel free to shoot me an email if you do want to connect because you miss me too. Who knows? Anyways, so as I said, the topic is on personal responsibility. Our responsibilities can change depending on the season of life that we're in. For instance, right now, even though you are part of the track team, your responsibilities for what you need to accomplish day in and day out for track has likely changed and could have changed for a variety of reasons, not just because we're not in school, but for a variety of reasons. So the seasons that we're in a lot of ways, can dictate the different personal responsibilities that we do have, but we always have some element of personal responsibility, whether it be to something as small as hygiene or something as important as getting your taxes in on time or making sure you get your mortgage rent payment in on time, being at work on time, those sorts of things. I think one of the keys to being successful in taking care of your personal responsibilities is the right prioritization of those responsibilities, making sure that they're in a good order for you to be successful. So if you can place some of those small things, like a mortgage payment, into a larger category, and have a bunch of larger categories where you can organize them as to what is most important and what is less important, that can be really helpful. Coach Witt actually helped me with this a little bit. He really broke down for me what he uses as his categories for personal responsibility, and mine may be slightly different, which is okay. I'd say for sure the first two or three are probably the same. But I thought it was really helpful for me when I have to make decisions between two of my responsibilities. It helps me choose the right one. So I just give you five categories. The first most important would be my faith. My second most important would be my family. My third, I include myself there. Fourth would be the community, and fifth would be work. So faith, family, self, community, work. And I'm sure there's all sorts of ways that you could organize them. But my faith, that's super important to me. That's the first thing that I am going to prioritize. I need to make sure that I am following what I claim to adhere to. Next would be my family. I've got two small kids, as many of you know. I'm married to my wonderful wife, and so they take next importance to me. Then this is one, putting myself there was kind of a toss-up. You could reorder these a lot of ways. And again, some of these can cross into multiple categories or overlap. But I put myself there just because I want to make sure that I'm caring for my family well and taking care of my responsibilities for my faith really well too. So I think just taking care of myself helps me take care of the rest of my personal responsibilities really well. Next would be community. So making sure that I go and talk to my neighbors and see, if some of the elderly folks need help during this time, or a snowstorm, or raking leaves, or whatever it might be, or even the larger community, working at a food bank, or even being a coach, and then certainly work, whether it be at Northern or other places for me. So that's just kind of how I organize those. And then if I need to choose between two responsibilities, I can refer back to the way I've organized my categories and say, well, this is what I have deemed as more important based on this category, and this is what I'm going to do. So it just kind of helps me to navigate. I think it would be helpful for you to take this time to think about what is most important to you. how would you organize your personal responsibilities? How could that make you more successful in taking care of those personal responsibilities? So that's all I have to say about that. I miss you again. I want you to know that. Please reach out to me if you'd like to let me know what you're doing, how you're filling your time over these last few weeks. I hope we get back. I really do. I hope we have some of our season, even if it's just a small amount. Even if we get back to school, I know some of you may not want to get back to school, but I'd love to get back to school for the last month to see our seniors off and to see many of you again before we take a larger break from one another. So with that, peace.